Right. We have maybe a couple, we're not really sure. At least one more comic for you. Okay? So we have the head of the show coming up. Give it up for your fearless leader, Doug X.
So I'm 40 and I'm single. So as you might expect, I got some strong opinion about superhero movies. Like I just saw Deadpool 2 recently. It was okay. No, actually it was fantastic. Anybody see Deadpool 2 here? Yep. It's the superhero movie I've been waiting my whole life for. I got to see Juggernaut rip somebody in half, which has never happened on the screen. And it just made all the heartache from X3 that was still in my body just go away. Just pissed it all out. I was like, this is like just an epiphany. This is what I've been waiting for a movie to give me. And then I found out that via deep cuts that Juggernaut is played by Ryan Reynolds as well as Deadpool. So Ryan Reynolds ripped Ryan Reynolds in half. I don't know. Is that like autoerotica? I don't know. I mean, like, where are you at when you're like, I want someone to kill me on screen, but I want to be the guy who does it. Okay?
That's something you would do.
I would totally do that.
Yeah, it's totally your move.
Thanks. That's what I get for saying you're not funny under your set. I appreciate that. I was going to roast about Richard, but it was just going to be fucking sad. It would just be too much sad in one small space. It'd be a gravitational hole.
I was going to say, that is your self-destructive nature.
So,
moving on, right?
Moving on. So there was another comic, and she let me know that she's coming from Santa Monica, and I kind of want to get her on, but I don't know if she's going to make it on time because she's going to be here at 10 o'clock, which is when the show ends. Which is fantastic to me. I'm like, I want to like call into work and say, hey, I'm going to show up. When? 5 o'clock. Okay? We're closing at 4:30 today, but you do what you got to do. Clock in. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. So, what I'm going to do is like topics from the audience, because that has all the spontaneity and creativity of improv without having to deal with people who do improv. So, can I get a topic from the audience? Anybody want to hear me talk about something while I'm up here? No, fantastic. All right, in that case then, I'll talk about material. Some people write stuff, I've heard. And it's true, I've gotten way into sword fighting. It's gotten ridiculous. Like I spent like $600 on swords. A buddy of mine said, what's your sword budget for a month? And I said, everything that's not rent. Just that's it, there's rent and swords. And all started innocently enough, like most things do. You watch one video on YouTube, you find a video like Scholar Gladiatoria, and it starts talking about like saber fighting in Victorian times, and then you're correcting people about actual quarterstaff technique, and it's just a long, steady dive. So I'm a lawyer, and I don't just do it for the money, because there isn't any. I do it for my passion. I have a lifelong dream. I believe that God gave me a calling to keep criminals out of jail. You try telling that to a girl on a date, it does not go well. Does not. You think it would, especially when you add about keeping drunk drivers on the road. And like their like parent was killed by a drunk driver. They have no sense of humor about that kind of thing. I've heard. And before I was a lawyer, I was a philosophy major. And I didn't want to just study philosophy, though I did. I also wanted to create my own philosophy. And so I created a philosophy called nihilistic minimalism. It's the belief there's nothing and very little of it. Getting obscure here. See, I could call it, I do edutainment. You know, it combines education and lack of entertainment. And I'm playing to an audience of one. No, the laugh, that's good. Thanks, Chris, you're right there with me, right? At least one person. That's what they say, right? But I do. But I did. I went to law school, and I did really well. I went to UC Hastings, San Francisco, and I thought like I would go there, and my life would be all taken care of. Like it took me a while to get there when I got there, and then, well, the economy collapsed. because I went to law school in 2007, and then 2010 hit. And so, like, the secret of comedy is,
Timing.
right? I don't have that for law or timing. So that's sort of, anyway, so I went there, and so instead of, like, you know, doing prestigious law and having, like, Lisa Frigo kind of money, I have, I live in an apartment, and I try and make the world safe for annoying texters. That's mostly what I do. And because if you send, there's a certain kind of text message where you can face 9 years in prison. That happened to a client of mine. He was facing 9 years in prison for a single text message. Now, granted, it was a horrific fucking text message. No matter how heartbroken you are, no matter how much your girlfriend might have done, how many 20, 30 guys she cheated on you with, you cannot text her, I'm probably going to murder you. No! You can't do that. Now, you used to be able to, but the law changed. The law evolves. That used to be okay. That used to be fine. But you got to stay current. All right? And, you know, with terrorism and everything, mere speech can, in fact, be criminal if it's an imminent, immediate threat. So, what you need to do is introduce a little ambiguity. You gotta text her something like, there is a small but statistically significant probability that sometime in the next 3 years, something terrible might happen to you. Or, if you want to get a little more esoteric, right, a little more recherché, you gotta say something like, your existence, vis-a-vis our recent breakup, resembles that of Schrodinger's cat. I love that joke. We go from criminal threat and felonies to Schrodinger's cat and Ray Charchet, man. That's a big journey in 1 minute. And then when I did that joke in a bar, and these two girls who were hanging on my every word for some reason, it's never happened before or since, and they immediately say, really? And I said, it's arguable. Because that's what lawyers say, right? I mean, it's like one of two things. It's either it's arguable or no fucking way. Like, for example, if a client says to me, so if I kind of sort of point a shotgun at my girlfriend's baby daddy, is that assault with a firearm? It's arguable. Can I get a refund for this consultation? No fucking way. So I really enjoy criminal defense, actually, because it involves a lot of, like, oral argument, which is, like, what I'm good at, and not a lot of writing, which I'm not good at, because writing takes effort. And you can tell by my wardrobe, effort is not a thing I'm into. And I know how you guys feel, but think about my clients. When I'm the only thing standing between them and prison is me. And I'm not even a public defender. They paid $4 or $5 grand for the privilege of having me stand between them and the law. That's not good for them. But it, you know, it pays for rent and sword, so. And the occasional comedy show in Fountain Valley. Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate you guys making the journey. It's Orange County, in Fountain Valley, and trying to find this place is beyond most GPSs. I've just stopped giving directions to Loomis Center. Like, the flyers now say next to the Animal Center. Like, you know, think comedy, and while you're here, you can drop your parrot off to get, you know, nails clipped or something. I was talking to Tisha about, like, we're going to try and do a comedy blood drive, because you can, like, not laugh and lose blood at the same time. So, just like getting jumped in an alley. And, but it's gonna be, we're going to try and do some good, and, like, you know, maybe get some publicity enough that, like, we can have people know where this place is, or at least GPS and Google. But no, I'm excited about it, because I like donating blood. And I donate blood because, like, it sort of makes me feel not so terrible for, like, defending murderers. I'm like, yeah, I do these terrible things, but I give blood, so it's all a wash, right? It's not like I'm doing the terrible things. I'm just making them easier to reoccur. I don't think I'm not in the reaction. I'm a catalyst, lowering the energy for it to occur, or something. I don't know. I'm not good at math. So let's see. I'm trying to think. haven't done. I'm trying. Well, I'm trying to do material, and I used to just taking topics. Recently, like half my set got cut out. So, Richard, give me a topic. Give me something that I can like talk about.
Oh man, he's put me on the spot. I was just trying to send a tweet out. It's terrible. How dare you?
I was asking you to think with no preparation. What the fuck was I thinking?
Porn.
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 Where's Con Miller at? How the fuck you make a movie in your backyard and it's not porn? Where's all the naked? I mean, and he drags it back. He's got like some washed up actor. Like that's not consistent with porn. Because there's no. I mean, how is Days with Hasselhoff not done a porn yet? But see, I think that the thing about pornography is there's not enough comedy in porn. I mean, because I think that's a niche that we can fill. Just like Mario.
Are you trying to fill holes, Doug?
No, I'm saying like Mario, like there's no hole in the wall he won't fill. But I'm recycling Richard's joke. I am so desperate because my last comedian here asked me to kind of wait till 10 to close up the shop, and she's driving down from Santa Monica, so I'm trying to wait till 10. But anyway, now about porn. So, I mean, the thing about porn is like you can get really addicted, and you just don't know when to stop making it. But I don't know. I just feel like there's just not enough comedy. Like there's never jokes. Like there's I can deal with a plot or no plot, but can't we have like I don't know improv? Anyway, that's going nowhere. Tim, give me a topic. No, Tim is a great guy. Tim runs a quiz out in Huntington Beach at the My Place Bar and Grill, where you can come and like drink beer and answer questions.
You made a profit last time as well.
Yeah, we
You invested $5. I think you got like $6 back.
That sounds like the math I do for my comedy shows. If I can make $1 every show, I call it a fucking win. All right. Well, I don't think my other comic is going to get here. So thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. And that's it for our first night.